evening, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. I just want to start off by thanking my wife, because without her support, I wouldn't be where I am, and I wouldn't be fighting to represent all of you. Let me start off with, I gladly accept this nomination with a deep sense of humility. I accept the responsibility that goes with it, and I seek your continued help and your continued guidance. Our task would be too great for any man if he didn't have the help and support of this great Republican committee. And I promise you tonight that every fiber of my being is dedicated to this race, that nothing shall be lacking from the campaign that can be brought to it by enthusiasm, by devotion, or plain hard work. The major issue of this campaign is the direct political, personal, and moral responsibility of the Democratic Party leadership and their puppets, including my opponent in Albany, for this unprecedented calamity which has befallen us. He tells us that they've done all that is humanly possible, yet he's increased spending over $10 billion in the last 2 years, the biggest spending increase in this state's history. He's raised taxes and fees over 188 times, and he's pushed the taxpayers of Rockland to the breaking point. He's eliminated our star rebate checks, increased our utility bills, and put our children in danger by repealing the Rockefeller drug laws and weakening our sex offender laws. Because of these failed policies, New York is the second worst state in the union to own or open a business. Rockland County is the 5th highest tax county in the country, and we've lost over 2 million people. They fled this great state in the last few years with a combined income of over $5 billion due to the overtax burden. Can anyone look at this record? Can anyone look at his voting record and say, well done? Can anyone look at my opponent and say, keep up the good work, kid? Can anyone look at our dysfunctional state government and say, let's have some more of the same? I utterly reject these failed policies. I will not stand by and watch this great state destroy itself under mediocre leadership. We deserve better from those to whom we entrust our highest offices. And we must stand united in our resolve to do something about it. As your nominee, I pledge to restore state government to the capacity to do the people's work without dominating their lives. I pledge to you a government that will not only work well, but wisely. Albany is currently the most dysfunctional state government in this great nation. They've utterly refused to live within the means, and because of its dysfunctionality, they still haven't given us a state budget. I pledge to all of you here today and all the constituents in the 94th Assembly District that I will not vote for a tax or fee increase. Yeah! I will not vote for any unfunded mandate passed down to the counties. I promise that I will fight for the people of Rockland County. I will fight to repeal the job-killing MTA payroll tax. I will fight to reinstate our star rebate checks. Young people are finding it difficult to purchase homes. Seniors are struggling to maintain their homes. Businesses are facing immense challenges trying to create and maintain jobs in this state. I will fight to reverse this trend and reinvigorate New York's economy by providing incentives for people and businesses to move and stay here. I will fight for measures that will help to reduce the cost of doing business, such as reducing taxes, mitigating health care and energy costs, and providing incentives for small businesses so that our Main Street can thrive. When I talk of tax cuts, I'm reminded that every major tax cut this century has strengthened the economy, generated renewed productivity, and ended up yielding new revenues for the government by creating new investment, new jobs, and more commerce amongst our people. Under any circumstances, however, the victory that we seek in November will not be easy. We know that. We all know that in our hearts. We know it won't be easy to campaign against somebody who has been created by the political machine. My opponent may feel entitled to this seat, but we will show him this November that this seat belongs to the people of Rockland County. Thank you very much.